and these guys are on their journey. You need to show them your love and your support. Don't hold back your laughs. Just let it all out, all right? Let it out. Hoop, holler, scream. You know, pop a titty, like whatever. I knew Brandon would be ready. See, that's the thing. I'm glad you saved me that seat. So I'm going to bring your first comic up here. You're going to love her. I'm so excited. Please put your hands together for Michele Lim!
Thank you so much. Thank you, Caroline. Hello, Brooklyn. How are we doing tonight? Yes, super excited to be here. My name is Michele. Some really good news. I think we might soon have our first ever Black female Supreme Court judge. Can I get a hell yeah? Yay! Yes. You know, for a minute there was a rumor that Kamala Harris was going to be nominated. I'm so glad she wasn't nominated. Yeah, man, she's already vice president. What, just because she's a black woman, now she's got to go do 2 jobs? It's ridiculous. So I'm from Australia originally, and I used to watch heaps of American TV growing up, and I just loved American TV. I watched a lot of high school shows, and I realized a lot of stuff was going on with lockers at high schools in America. Like, you know, guys would always be giving girls cards and flowers, like cards and candy through their locker. Someone was always walking someone to their locker. Someone was always waiting for someone at the locker. I was just like, oh my God, I can't wait till I get to high school and I get a locker. And then I got to high school, we didn't even get lockers. I was like, what is this? How are all the guys going to give me cards and candy now? Yeah, I also went to an all-girls school, but you know, minor detail. So this reminds me of when I was in Taiwan, because I used to go around, check out the campuses, and then like I'd see all these guys riding around on bicycles, and sometimes they'd have like a girl perched daintily on the back, and I was like, wow, this is so romantic, you know, I can't wait till I get a Taiwanese boyfriend, and then he can ride me all around campus on his bicycle. It'll be great. Yeah, and then I ended up going to like a women's college, and then like, they were all so weak. I mean, most of them couldn't even get up the campus hill with me on the back. Terrible experience. I'm just really glad that I didn't grow up going to school in the time of social media, right? Yeah. Hell yeah, I mean, thank God. Do you know how much racist shit I used to say in primary school? N-word, 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 you know, Confederate ball, N-word, everything. No, I'm joking. I was just so glad, you know, can you imagine the FOMO that kids must feel now in high school? I mean, when I was in high school, if I didn't get invited to a party, I would just find out on Monday and I'd feel bad for like a day. But now, if you don't get invited to a party, you get a push notification and then you get reminded every year. I was also really into ponchos. I was very self-conscious about my pot belly. I was trying to make ponchos a thing. I wore a lot of ponchos. I'm glad there's no photos of that, you know? So I live with my boyfriend now. He's great. I feel like we get along really well. He just has like this one thing he does which is kind of annoying, which is that anytime I get someone a present, he's always like, oh yeah, I mean, it's from both of us. Yes, right? And so like, you know, take his grandma for example. Like she got a birthday present, oh, it's from both of us. She got a Christmas present, oh, it's from both of us. She got COVID. He was like, man, sorry, Grandma, I should really fuck this one up. And like, he's a great cook, which I really appreciate. He's actually pansexual. He just really loves his cast irons. He's a great cook. It's actually a bit of a problem because he's very honest. You know, he treats cooking compliments like he treats truffle, just a sliver and only on special occasions. You know when you go to someone's house, you're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much for inviting me. You know, this food is so delicious. The chicken is just perfect. They'll be like, it's a bit dry. Hey, this is to his mom. He's very rude. Yeah. And so, like, yeah, he's got a great sense of smell. I feel like he's the truffle pig trapped in the body of a data engineer. You know, he's very passionate about cooking. I just wish he was like, you know, tender and he treated me like he treats kale, massage me and let me rest for 10 minutes. So, he's great, you know, he's a great cook. He does not get stressed out about anything unless it is a cooking blunder. So one time, I was cooking in my poncho, I slipped and I fell over. I knew if I yelled, help, help, he would just ignore me. Yeah, so I had to mutter under my breath, oh shit, I think I've overcooked the pork. And he kept running in, jumped over my body and was trying to save the pork. now, which is a change. You know, I used to working in an office, and I feel like I got very stressed out when I was working in the office because everyone was really messy, and the kitchen was always such a mess, and it just stressed me out because I'm a very neat person, and I just felt like it was very overwhelming. So cups would always be everywhere, like there'd be food out everywhere, you know. For some reason the woman's toilet was always blocked up as well. It was just like not a good experience. And I feel like it was just this one girl, Megan. Like I just feel like I could look at her, she was kind of messy, and I felt like she just did not have her life together. Yeah. But now I'm working from home, and after 2 years I realized, oh my god, I'm Megan. And I need to get myself a plunger, you know? So I've read a lot of stuff about monetizing your hobby. It seems to be a bit of a trend at the moment. And I like to make people handmade cards for Christmas or birthdays or whatever, and people are always like, oh my gosh, you should monetize your hobby. You should sell these on Etsy, you know, you could monetize your hobby. And I'm like, why? So I can be underpaid in all aspects of my life? You know, I feel like the term work-life balance, you're really trying to increase the quality of your work, not decrease the quality of your life. You know what I mean? Yes. And it's true what they say in the corporate world, minorities have to work twice as hard. We've got to be twice as good, you know? And white people will never know what that feels like. Except on the dance floor. Hey, y'all ever seen a white person at a club? Even if they're like a really, really good dancer, it looks like they're trying really hard, like just big movements, you know? Like, I can't do it because I got a cord in my hand. Anyway, big movements, you know? Just like, damn, Steve, you've been taking Zumba lessons? Good for you, man. And I'm not going to pay you anymore, but here's a certificate of appreciation, so you can take that to your landlord, see if that covers your rent for this month. Not like black people, man. Black people are cool when they dance. They're just small, they got small movements, big impact. That's what you want. Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, when you're like on the subway and you're moving in during rush hour, or letting someone know you're technically still married before you go on a date with them. You know, just that sort of thing. You know what white people need to stop doing? Stop rating Asian food on Yelp, okay? You're fucking up the algorithm. Seriously, man. Every time I go to a hip Asian fusion restaurant, they're always sitting me in front of the window. Yeah, I did not agree to this. Okay, I'm not gonna be your poster person promoting this pretentious, plain, overpriced food, you know, not cool. So now if I get sat in front of a window, I lock eyes with someone, I'm just like... Well, sometimes I like carry a sign with me. You know? Yeah, and you know, every time that I go to these places, I'm like, you know who loves overpriced fusion Asian food? It's all the guys that used to make fun of my food when I was in primary school. Yeah, I really wish I could just go back in time and yell at them, like, look here, Braden, in about 20 years, you're going to be killing yourself to find a vegan, gluten-free version of these noodles. You'll probably be drinking like a matcha oat milk latte and complaining to all your friends how there are no good places in your neighborhood. So you just shut the fuck up, sit down, and try not to choke it on Lunchable till then, okay? Oh, and go buy yourself a poncho, because they're going to be a thing. Alright, thank you so much. I'm Michele Lim. Have a great day.